Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing Jund, Titania, WINDGRACE in Ranked Standard. The core of this deck is split between Titania, Voice of Gaia, Soul of WINDGRACE, and Ren and 7, which for the most part all three play pretty well together. Titania benefits from dumping lands into the graveyard, and Soul of WINDGRACE does as well, as when it enters the battlefield or attacks, you can put a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. So towards that end, we do want to put lots of lands into the graveyard, so we have lots of draw discard and mill, self-mill built into the deck, in the form of Fable the Mirror Breaker, little draw discard, Old Rutstein, mill every turn, Undead Butler, mill 3 when it enters the battlefield, and when it dies, you can return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and Teachings of Kirin, again, mill 3 cards, and then a little bit of upside after that as well. Now, Ren and 7, on the other hand, instead of dumping lands into the graveyard, adds them straight from your deck to your hand, which is useful as Soul of the WINDGRACE benefits from having lands in the hand. You can pay 1 green to gain 3 life, 1 in a red to draw a card, and 2 in a black to give it indestructible. Now, it is a little bit awkward. These three have a bit of a love triangle because you really want a critical mass of 4 lands in the graveyard to flip Titania. And so if you play Soul of WINDGRACE and start getting lands out of the graveyard onto the battlefield every turn, then you're actually taking yourself farther away from Titania, so you do have to gauge if it's more valuable to keep ramping from lands in the graveyard or leave a critical mass of 4 in the graveyard so that you can flip Titania on time. Similarly, Ren and 7, again, puts lands from the top of the deck into the hand, not into the graveyard, so it doesn't help fuel Titania unless you then discard them with Soul of WINDGRACE. So this is a little bit of a dance between these 3 cards to strike the right balance. The rest of the deck has Shouldered, a great stabilizing body, and a long, grindy deck like this one. So removal in the form of Infernal Grasp and Go for the Throat, and also 4 copies of Brother's End. I found I was just getting run over by mono-white soldiers too often, and this really does clean them up quite nicely, and plays well with the deck, as most of the things we really care about all have a lot of toughness. 4 toughness, 4 toughness, 4 toughness, 5 toughness, and 5/5 Tree Folk all survive the Brother's End. So the only things you're really picking off are your own Undead Butlers, which you don't mind, because if you've milled a good creature card, you sweep the board, Butler dies, and you get back his Shoulder to the hand. That's quite good. And if you go Teachings of Kirin into Brother's End, and you lose your 1/1 token, that's fine. You can still get the Kirin Touched Orochi later on. That's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. We can try this. It's a little awkward without double red, but we can hold Grasp on 2. Okay, we now have a 2-drop as well, besides the Grasp. Dimir Bankbuster. Spooky. Alright. Well, we'll start here. Actually could use that to pick off the Bankbuster at some point. Okay. We go here instead. This just ramps them, though. I hate ramping them. Start with a little mill action. 2 lands to the bin. Okay. It's actually pretty close to a Titania. Shouldered's nice. I think we just hit land here. We could have a counterspell lined up. In terms of what I want countered the most, I'd say let them pick off Titania and let's try to resolve a Fable next turn. We actually don't have double black for Shouldered anyway. Okay. That sticks for now. See if it gets insta-removed. No, they take the draw instead. Okay. And take another draw. Okay, they're missing land drops. Good for us. They hit this land drop. And they tap out to pick off Titania. Too bad we don't have double black for Shouldered. We draw the backup Titania, though. Is now the chance to resolve the Fable, though. It's probably more important than playing out Titania here. Fixes our mana. And allows us to mill more lands to the graveyard if we have to. They take another draw. Pick off you with Cut Down. And tap out for Surge Engine, a 3/2 defender. Okay. We at least bin you. I mean, this isn't a bad Brother's Herd end turn. We don't have double red, though. I don't know if we need the Grasp right now either. We'll need it for Shouldered eventually, right? Either double black or double red really helps here a lot. Let's go ahead and bin the Infernal Grasp. Okay. We don't hit either. Okay. So we can play Titania or the WINDGRACE here. Do you even want to put lands back from the graveyard? We get the double red, which is good for Brother's End. So I suppose we can try that. Okay. Land is good, even if it's a little bit awkward. No attacks. Okay. Well, we're farther away from Titania. But we now have opened up Brother's End, which allows us to pick off the Butler and then get back Children, which would be nice if we had double black. WINDGRACE goes down. They tap out for their own Children, and we bend our only Infernal Grasp. Okay, well, this got a lot more awkward. Start with a Rutstein. Start with Titania. Make sure Auto Tapper doesn't screw us. And drop the Rutstein as well. And really need to hit that next black mana source to play out Children. Or draw into removal. Cut down on Kiki Cheeky now, okay? We bin a land. We can get back Soul of WINDGRACE. Let's save this to block. They don't have to block this, but if they attack, we can block with the Butler. Get back the WINDGRACE, play it out, go get the black mana source, then we can play out Shoulder the next turn. Ooh, Serpent. Are we discarding everything? Discard one card. I guess it's you. That's not good. That's pretty bad. Okay. They choose to attack. So we do get to block with the Butler here. And I think we get back the WINDGRACE. Take action. WINDGRACE it is. Bin a land, okay. More mill is available as well. So we have enough to play Shoulder this turn regularly anyway, actually. How important is it to meld you? I don't think it's that important. I think we prioritize Shoulder first, getting you down. And we drop the WINDGRACE as well. We could prioritize flipping Titania. How good is that? You're pretty big Vigilance, Reach, Trample, Haste. Maybe the WINDGRACE is better, though. So we can start attacking and giving it indestructible. So we're going to play it like this instead. So if we take the land here, then yes, we don't flip Titania. Titania's pretty big. Maybe we decline it this time. It's not like we need more mana right now. Okay, no attacks. Alright, we'll see how this next turn plays out. They level up the Surge Engine. Level up the Surge Engine again to a 5/4. Attack with the 5/4. I think we just eat it this time. In fact, we can't block. Is that what this effect is? Can't be blocked. Backup Bankbuster. Okay, we flip Titania. Exile one of our lands. She's only a 5/5 though. Hit the next land. Now she's a 9/9. It's pretty good. 4/4 doesn't get through Children. So we can start with a mill. But we can't block the 5/4 every turn. So we kind of need to turn the corner on them. I'm not sure we give up Shoulder, though. They trade that with Blade Coil Serpent. So maybe it's just like this. Okay, they trade with Titania, and they eat the rest of the damage. That's fine. Probably means they have backup Shoulder, but they do drop to 14. And we'll end here. We might take the draw off the WINDGRACE. Yep, backup Shoulder makes sense. If we're going to take the draw, we should do it now. We could also gain the life, but I think the draw is probably more valuable. Okay, discard a land. Draw a card now. Get the life. Brother's End doesn't super help here. Yep, attack with the 5-4. Unable to block it. Down to 9. Probably need to cycle with the blood token here. Backup Shoulder's good for us. Now we can swing with our own. Bin backup Windgrace. Hit a Fable. Okay. Doesn't really matter too much where we put this. They want to pick off the Shouldred. And we want them to pick off the Shouldred. So maybe it's just here. Alright. Take another land. Trade there. We don't have the land to make it indestructible. They take that back. Trade there. That's good. Chump block there. Okay. Well, we try to run out backup Shouldred here. They take a draw. Gain the life now before ours comes down. Go you play you out instead of the mill. I think that's fine. Instead of using the Argoth land to make a bear token in mill 3. Well, we have 2 turns left. They attack with his Surge Engine this turn, and then again next turn. So we have to win on this coming turn. Flesh Scourger Lifelinker doesn't help our race. So we kind of need a top deck removal for the Flesh Scourger. And then somehow swing for lethal. Which I don't think we even have right now. I guess removal on the Surge Engine would do it too. Okay, so we have to pick off the Surge Engine or lose. We could also gain enough life off of land. If we play the Ren and 7 and plus, we could discard a ton of land cards and get a bunch of life back. Maybe we decline here. Okay, let's try it. So if that's the case, maybe we start with you and see how many we can pick up. Take the plus. Ideally 4 would be great. We hit 3. It's pretty good. So now we can gain a bunch of life if we want to. Can also make you indestructible for 3. That keeps us in the game. So I think we attack with just the Windgrace here. And we can make it indestructible as needed. Sure, take back a land. They take the block, so we discard 1 land to make it indestructible. We have to leave green open, which we have. Drop off you, submit. Okay, they go up to 21. We end here. We can discard both lands, gain a bunch of life. Okay. Swing for 5. No blocks. Discard a land card. Gain 3 life. Drop you off. Go up to 7. Okay. Drop to 2. Another Flesh Scourger, fine. I think we have to do this first or we lose, right? Not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works. Drop off you. Make sure we get the life first before their shoulder trigger goes off. Okay, now we lose 2 life. We can copy things next turn. We just need an answer to the Surge Engine. We can run this back next turn. I guess we plus the Ren again, just to get more life. We don't have to, though. We could also minus this turn. No, we have to plus because we want to keep attacking with the Soul of the Windgrace. Okay, 22 cards left in deck. We get a Takanuma as well. That's a massive trampling Titania if we want it. I don't even know how many lands we have down here at this point. What else can we get? It's probably just Titania or backup Shouldered. So we can attack with Shouldered this turn, for example. Knowing that we have a backup on the way. To attack like this. We actually like the lands down here, but we're going to drop off one anyway, so we'll take you back. Cool, they block there. They eat the rest of it, that's all fine. Actually, maybe we could have done this earlier to make it a little bit cheaper. So go ahead and do this now. We're getting close to being dead here. Okay. And we want back Shouldered, I think. Titania is a lot of damage, but I think we need the Shouldered. Play you out again. Do we have to autopay like that? I guess so. Lose one life. I don't think we play out any of these lands. Only 15 cards left in deck. Okay, it goes on. Take a Bankbuster draw. Okay. Scourger again, dude. It doesn't stop. It does not stop. Yep, can't block this freaking thing. Discard a land. Okay. Drop to 2. We're in the same position we were in last turn. We're going to run out of lands pretty soon. Down to 2. And again, I think we have to do this anyway. So we'll go ahead and do it now. Need the life. Backup Windgrace. Okay, we no longer have to protect this one. So we can just trade it off this turn. So we don't need to or want to make this indestructible. Man, is there anything we can copy here that's good? The answer is not really. Except for, we could minus this turn instead. We can't though, right? No, we can. We can minus this turn instead. We'll go up 3, survive the Shouldered. Okay. Copy the 13/13. Two combat here. Swing with you two. Can we force them to block with their own Shouldered is the question. I don't think so. So I think it's just like this. Okay. Fine. $14 damage coming through. Yep, the crew make the blocker. Makes sense. Okay. They don't trade with the Windgrace, though. So we can't play out the backup Windgrace. Which we're kind of depending on. So we eat 5, drop off the Argoth this turn. Okay. And here. What is left in the deck? We still have one Go for the Throat and one Infernal Grasp. We just haven't drawn them. We haven't drawn an answer to this freaking Surge Engine. The other thing we could do is we could start cycling Soul of the Windgrace. I just had thought they might block it this turn. 13 cards left. 2 of them answer the Surge Engine. We prefer not to mill anymore at this point. They go for the Throat. So we're not dead yet, but we're very close now. We really have to draw removal. Maybe I should have cycled the blood tokens before that resolved, and we have to drop off the Windgrace here. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. And Go for the Throat doesn't even pick off the artifact. Take a draw. Go up in life. Alright, eat 5 unblockable damage. Yep, drop off our last land. And we have to hit removal here or lose, and even so we might still lose. think we still lose. Backup Surge Engine anyway. With Defender. We bin one of our removal spells. Lose 2 life. Drop to 1. And that's game. We can force them to chump block twice, but that doesn't do it. We don't have enough power otherwise for lethal. Drawing kills us to Sholdred. Playing the Fable doesn't help. Milling doesn't help. So, that is game. Unless they block with the Sholdred here, but we can't force them to.
They prepare for war.
So they chump, and it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Damn. That was sad. Sure. I mean, they'd have to make a mistake here. They trade there, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it's all fine. And we lose to Sholdred next turn, or the Surge Engine, and there's nothing we can do. And there's nothing we can do. We can almost mill ourselves out. There's the underdog. All right, that's game. Damn. All right, well, if you enjoyed today's video, as always, please consider dropping a like, a subscribe, and a comment. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.